Hi, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 20th to the 31st, 2023 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, and it helps this channel be seen by the YouTube algorithm. So thank you so very much for doing so. So now let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. We have the Four of Cups reversed, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Knight of Wands, which is, oh, that's interesting. We have the Knight of Wands, which is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We're going to be very focused on getting things done in the earthly realm. We're like very goal-oriented, focused, determined during this time. We then have the Queen of Wands reversed. So that, again, is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, angels, and spirit guides. Show me clearly. We have the High Priestess reverse. Yeah, we're very much not connecting with our magic. You can be opening up psychically, intuitively during this time and feeling very overwhelmed by it. We then have the Seven of Cups reversed. We can very easily fall into the realm of dreams, into the realm of like thinking about things instead of doing things. Thinking about things is going to feel super safe, super great. But doing the actual thing can feel absolutely overwhelming and almost crippling at times. So do be mindful about that. We then have the Emperor coming through in the upright position, which is great because our sister sign is Aries. And so when Aries comes through in the upright position, this is helping us out. This is being just a tremendously positive, moving forward, connective force in our lives during this time. Now, if we have Aries in our chart, that's going to be a very positive thing for us. If we have Aries in our lives, that can be very positive as well. So being mindful about this, but also knowing that we have the Knight and the Queen coming through, the Knight in the upright position. So we're very good at the moving forward, going after, achieving, succeeding. But the Queen, the nurturing, the seeing our magic, seeing our passion, seeing what we desire, that's harder for us. And this is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So just being mindful about that along with the Aries energy is going to be helpful as well. Excuse me. I do apologize. I have a bit of a cold, so do bear with me. We have the Four of Cups reversed. We're going to have a tendency to look at things a very certain way. And Spirit's going to be like, hey, listen, look over here. And we're going to be like, no, thank you. I got this. And so there's a little bit of a battle of that energy during this time. It's like, I need to look at this. I need to be doing this. And Spirit's like, no, you need to be looking over here. You need to be moving this way. So acknowledging that is going to be important. The Knight of Pentacles, slowly, steadily, methodically, moving towards our goals, moving towards our dreams. The Queen of Wands, again, it's hard for us to see our magic, to see our fire, our determination, our focus. We can be like, this is routine, but we could have lost the spark to things, which is going to be upsetting to us. The High Priestess reversed is not connecting psychically or spiritually, emotionally, intuitively to things. It's being more logical. And as an air sign energy, we can have that tendency to us. We need it to be logical. We need to follow the rules. And depending on how we were raised, the religion we were born into, all those different things, what we tend to believe, we can find it hard to have our empathic development come forward, our psychic development come forward, our highly sensitive person development come forward. So being aware of that is going to be very important. And then with the Seven of Cups, dreams are easier for us than reality. The sense of keeping our dreams nice and neat and crisp on the shelf is going to be very important to us. It almost seems sacrosanct to have it up there, to have it sacred and protected. But then to have it come into our everyday existence, it's going to feel dirty. Like, when you start to take your dreams into reality, all of a sudden it starts to have mud thrown at it. It just becomes dirty instantaneously. It's like a toddler. You're sitting there, you're like, wait a minute, how did you get so messy so quick? So just being aware of that is going to be very important. But knowing that we have a tendency during this time to take the two-dimensional and see it three-dimensional. The Emperor energy. I always see the Emperor energy as looking at a map on a table and being able to see it 3D, very much like you would on an iPad from like all different, angles. You're being able to move it around and manipulate it, but you're able to do that with our two-dimensional world and existence. So that is super cool. That's like a really, really talented Aries energy has that tendency. You might find that machines talk to them and stuff like that. You're like, whoa, that's so cool that you can take things, just see it that way. And they'll be like, well, can't everybody? So that's pretty neat during this time. So let's see here what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a snowman in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random, and a video will be published announcing that winner on the 1st of January. So don't be scammed by anybody contacting you in the comment box pretending to be me. It will not be me, so don't be scammed. And if you're interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's linked in the description box below. So let's see what let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is energy reverse. We can feel a bit drained. We can feel a bit low energy during this time, which is very interesting because we do have a lot of energy coming forward. So I don't know if we're just running on fumes, running on enthusiasm, but Spirit is saying here, just be mindful. The energy might be a bit low. Our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is universal light. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above the crown. This is the light of the heavens, of the universe, coming into us. You have that connection. So there is the sense here of, even though you're feeling drained, there's a sense of like you're having excess energy around you, excess power guiding you forward. But we have to be very, very careful during this time not to be running on fumes, not to realize I'm exhausted and I'm drained, but I can still go. We're going to be like, oh, I can still go. That's great. But there's a sense here of like, we're draining ourselves, we're depleting ourselves. So just be mindful about this. You have this universal connection. You have this connection to this universal energy, this power, this distinction, this universal light, this charging power drive forward. And it's going to be very important to take it in, but it's also going to be very important to like reserve it, like let it charge us up instead of being like, okay, it can go right back out into the universe. Our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the 9 of Swords reverse. We are starting to come to a realization with a lot of our worries, doubts, fears, chaos, hurts, pains, disappointments. It's like, I've been stewing in this worry, I've been stewing in this chaos, and I don't want to be doing it anymore. So we're coming out of the chaos and out of the hurt and out of the overwhelmingness, and we're stepping into our power and what we love and what we want. But we can be feeling very out of balance with ourselves. Okay, very much like I need to be mindful that I'm stopping this chaos, but sometimes the chaos can just like come up behind me and like slap us in the back of the head. And it's like, oh, where the heck did this come from? So just being aware of this is going to be very, very, very important. Now, our last readings were from the 1st to the 15th of December. And for my own sanity and stability, we are doing these readings from the 20th to the 30th. So I'm going to fill you in on the astrology that's happening in between in the 5 days, right? So here we start with December 16th, and this is the Sun in Sagittarius squared Neptune in Pisces. Our focus can be hard on this day. Our imagination will be intense, and so we can find this rather draining. Our mind is working faster than our focus is allowing us to produce at. So we need to slow down and we need to center ourselves. On the 18th of December, Mercury is in Capricorn, trine Jupiter in Taurus. This is big idea time. This is a time to keep a notebook by you, to keep, a notepad open on your phone so you can talk in or jot down ideas. We're looking on the bright side of things and we're taking in different approaches. We're like, oh, I could do this and I could do that. And it's like, yeah, I can. Like, that's awesome. So being aware of that is going to be super important. We're kind of very much going against the energy of the 4 of Cups reversed during this time. We're not saying, oh, it has to be just like this. We're opened up to Spirit taking us on a bit of an adventure. On the 20th of December, the moon in Aries is squared Mercury in Capricorn. And again, it can be difficult for us to focus. So give your mind a break, slow things down, don't overthink, don't overanalyze, don't fall so much into dreamland, because that's going to be very draining on us as well, and something we need to be mindful of. So I do see on this day, it would be very easy to just kind of fall into dreams, and dreams become more powerful than reality. And that is something that air sign energies have. We're thinkers, first and foremost. So just be mindful of that during this time, that we can really be pulled into the realm of dreams at a very intense level. So just be aware of this. On the 22nd, on the 21st of December, we have Venus in Scorpio opposite Uranus in Taurus. Now, tempers can be running high, and we need to center ourselves before we act. So, just being mindful about this with the fire sign energy reverse, tempers can be running high. We can be more intense, more focused, more like, needs to be done just this way, because we're losing touch a bit with our magic, with our it's a sense of love of chaos. And I'm not meaning that you love chaos, because I know you don't, Libra, but it's a sense here of a little bit of chaos. It's kind of like putting a little bit of vinegar into something. It can make it taste really good, but if you put too much vinegar into it, it can taste absolutely horrible. And that's what I'm seeing here on this day. So just being mindful about that during this time. Mercury is also in Capricorn, sextile Saturn in Pisces. We are more focused. So even though our tempers can run high, we are more focused, and we are more aligned with our goals, what we want, what we desire. And that's the protective energy around the Queen of Wands being the Knight of Wands. It's like, okay, I can do this. Let's get going. Let's see what comes of this, and we're more aligned with that moving, that powerful, that passionate energy. So that's going to be a good thing, and it's going to be a big thing. On the 22nd of December, we have the sun entering into Capricorn. We are more ambitious. We have directions, we have goals, we are focused. Now, be mindful during this time, because even though we're not ruled by Mercury, as an air sign energy, we're greatly affected by Mercury. So be mindful that because of the fact that Mercury is still in retrograde, our goals can be very old goals. It can be our old ambitions, things kind of that we grew up dreaming about. So here it can be that we're a bit out of alignment with the path that we need to walk, with our spiritual journey, with what we are discovering and opening up for ourselves. So this is saying here, again, we could be aligned with old ambitions and old goals, and we need to take time to align ourselves with our path and what we need. So with the High Priestess reversed, it's kind of like we don't want to see our path. We know what we want. We know how we want to move forward, and we're just going to bulldoze that way forward, even if that means, going through swamps and having to fill things in and having everything be so much more difficult. But if we sit back and we let ourselves open our third eye, we let ourselves connect with our emotional energy, our dream energy. It's not falling into dreams in a way of escapism. It's not saying, oh, my fantasy is going to be more than my reality. It is saying here, how do I open myself up to my visualization, to what I deeply desire within my heart, to what spirit is telling me, and saying, okay, let me see what this looks like. Let me see what this adventure can be for me. Because also on the 22nd of December, the sun is in Capricorn conjunct Mercury in Capricorn. And this is a great time to start something new. I mean, seriously, if we start like letting in this powerful energy, we are going to see that we can start something new and stay really focused on it for the next 6 to 8 weeks. So there's just a sense of like taking our prosperity, what we value as much as money, and saying, I'm going for it. I'm going for what I want. I'm going for what I desire, because I'm not afraid to connect with a deeper spiritual message, the deeper, kind of like, this is the deeper understanding. This is talking to your angels and your spirit guides in a way that is super cool. It moves us then to the 24th of December. Mercury retrograde enters into Sagittarius. And what we have here is we have big ideas, we have optimism, guiding us, leading us forward, but we can also be a bit lazy during this time. We can be a bit excessive, we can be a bit selfish. It's because we can have a hard time connecting with our magic, connecting with our fire, our passion, our determination, or taking our dream and saying, okay, you know what? It might not be the being famous dream that I had when I was little. It might be a quieter life, right? People look at movie stars and they're like, oh, I want to be that. But I don't know if we actually do. There's a huge price you pay for fame. So just being aware of that during this time, that we can live absolutely beautiful lives, but they can be quieter lives. They can be more grounded lives. They can be a life that's filled with love and filled with an acceptance of self, which is a very rare thing to find on this earth. So just being aware of that is going to be really important. Be mindful also that we can get caught up in the details of things and lose sight of the bigger picture. Also on the 24th of December, we have the Sun in Capricorn, sextile Saturn in Pisces. Focus on what needs to be done. During this time, again, it's that king of it's that Knight of Wands energy and Knight of Pentacles energy coming forward. It's that sense of I'm focusing on what needs to get done. I'm being more disciplined. I'm looking at my time. I'm looking at what I need, and I'm being able to move forward in that passion, in that determination, in that focus, in that insight. So there's very much, there's very much a sense here during this time. I'm going after what I want, and I'm grounded, I'm stabilized, and I'm steady. So that's going to be a really big thing. We have this ability to move, we have this ability to connect, and that's going to be powerful for us. On the 25th of December, now this is a great energy for Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, this is still such really great energy that it's just celebratory. So here on the 25th of December, we have Venus in Scorpio trine Neptune in Pisces. And here, helping others feels good. It just does. Having that connection, having that love, very much being able to see things 3D, very much being able to say, this is why I'm here. That love connection being so powerful with our fellow human beings is going to be a very good thing. We are enjoying being with people we care about, and also helping people makes us feel closer to this world at a spiritual level. And there's almost a sense of like, oh, I'm starting to be able to see my purpose, see what I desire, see how I'm moving forward for me or for my life purpose here on earth, and really changing the high priestess energy from being reversed to being in that upright position, because it's that spiritual connection that is opening up doors. And it's like, okay, if I can walk through that, if I can connect with that, the whole world is open to me. On the 27th of December, Mercury is in Sagittarius, squared Neptune in Pisces. The mind is foggy. Just be mindful about this. The mind is foggy, and it can be hard for us to focus. So make sure that we ground ourselves very, very well. Okay? Especially since we have such an energy to move forward, and especially since we have a tendency to kind of looking at like what we think should be important instead of what spirit is telling us. During this time, we're being told, hey, listen to your angels, listen to your spirit guides, slow it down. Okay? We don't know everything, even though we think we do. So it's kind of like a little kid where you're like, please don't do that. Please don't do that. They're like, no, I got this. And they're 4. And you're like, oh, are you kidding me? So just be mindful about that, because I see that kind of feeling and that kind of energy around us during this time. We are 4, and divinity is looking down at us and being like, oh my gosh, please don't do that. It's cute. It's really cute. The Sun is in Capricorn, trine Jupiter in Taurus. We are more independent, and we need to be on our own also on this day, on the 27th of December. It's like I need to go forward for me, like go after what I want. Mercury is in Sagittarius, conjunct Mars in Sagittarius. So our energy is high, we are determined, and we have, new ways of taking action coming forward for us as well. Very much that Knight of Wands, that Knight of Pentacles energy. We are really going after what we want during this time, and we're really looking at the bigger picture of where we need to be. So also, not also, but on the 28th of December, Mars is in Sagittarius, squared Neptune in Pisces. Again, focus is going to be difficult. This is a time where we can feel like all over the place, and especially since we have the 7 of Cups reversed, we just fall into dreams. We fall into this energy of the imagination being more real than reality. And it's not in that sense of manifestation. It's not in that sense of focusing in meditation. It's in that sense that like the dream of it is more real than the work that's going to be needed to put in. So just be mindful about this during this time. We can absolutely combat this with meditation, with a centering of ourselves, with a grounding of ourselves, with not an overworking ourselves. So understand this during this time. But our focus, it can be difficult. We can be uncertain of the next steps that we need to take, of seeing things clearly. So also we feel like certain things are veiled to us because there's a sense of pulling the veil down further around our eyes. It's like, I'm not ready for that opening. I'm not ready for that connection. Be kind to yourself during this time. All right. Give yourself time, get plenty of rest, and work on your intuitive connection. That's going to be a really important thing for us to do is like, how am I connecting intuitively, spiritually, personally? The 29th of December has Venus entering into Sagittarius. This is a time for adventure. This is a time to be adventurous with those we love. This is our gregarious spirit coming forward. This is an open heart. This is passion, determination, but we don't want any strings attached. Like there's a sense of like, I just want to burn bright. I just want to have a bit of fun and move forward in that grace and in that beauty. Venus is in Scorpio, sextile Pluto in Capricorn. So here we are going to see that and passion and intensity are strong in our relationships, and we're also, improving our intimacy during this time. And in many ways, we're finding deeper commitment, and we're putting our cards on the table and being like, okay, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is where I need to be. How do I move forward? Like, how do we connect like this? On the 30th of December, Jupiter goes direct into Taurus, and this is going to be a big deal. We're going to see that this can improve our finances. This can, bring us better resources. This can improve stability and security. And there's just a sense of like things moving in the right direction. We can become more confident within ourselves and more focused on action rather than just introspection, but also like thinking about things. But it's like, okay, how do I put this into action? How do I keep things going and moving forward? But be mindful. This may not kick in for a lot of us until the end of Mercury retrograde. And I know you're thinking, okay, Mercury retrograde ends on the 1st of January. This isn't a big deal. This is the 30th of December to the 1st of January. That's nothing. But it can be after the post-shadow period, which is 3 weeks after the end of Mercury retrograde. So this can lead us into February to feel that we are really coming into our own. So what Spirit is really saying here is show yourself some grace. Show yourself some wiggle room during this time. You're taking your steps towards greatness. You're taking your step towards, what you really want. And you're going to see doors opening, but it's going to take a bit of time. We're going to see with Jupiter going direct is that there's a lot more stabilizing, secure, sturdy energy leading us forward. We're not going to feel quite so adrift, which is very important for us because we have felt adrift before. Our subconscious spirit energy is centered. That's it. It's feeling adrift, right? It's not being centered, which is terrible for Libra. We're all about balance. We're all about being centered. So just be mindful about this. Centered reverse, saying we need to dedicate our energy, our time, our spirit to grounding ourselves, centering ourselves, and embracing what we love. It brings us then to our subconscious chakra energy, which is clarity reverse. This is the third eye chakra. We can be having a hard time, and we see this with the High Priestess reverse, with the Queen of Wands reverse. We can be having a hard time embracing our clarity, but also opening up our third eye and seeing things more clearly with our heart, with our intuition, with our soul, with our gut, than being logical about it. We're really going to want to be really, really super, super logical about things. And Spirit is saying, then where's the faith aspect of it? Where's the spiritual aspect of it? Where's that connection with the universe and the vibrational energy of the stardust that runs through your veins? Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Ace of Wands. There's fire and there's passion and there's determination that's guiding us. Are we ready for it quite yet? Are we going to take hold of it? This is a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however we see the divine, the universe. And when it's in an energy to be mindful of, or when it's, reversed, it's saying this is on pause. Are we stepping into this passion, this energy, this determination, the way that we need to, the way that we want to, the way that we're looking for within ourselves? We could be going towards something that seems a bit easier, but again, it's not going to be, it's that Four of Cups, reversed energy. It's not going to be where divinity wants us to be. There's an energy that's coming forward with the Four of Cups reversed. It's very much a sense of, I know you want to move this way. I'm going to move you this way. And it feels like we're going off track. It feels like we're going off course. It feels like we're not moving in the direction that we should be moving. And Spirit is saying, hey, listen, you need to go this way. You need to look at things this way. So just be mindful. We're going to be kind of pulled in by something that looks glitzy and glammy and super bright. But it's like, don't go that way. Let's see what the tarot has to say. And this is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is taking our energy, our insight, and it's moving forward with it. Subconsciously, we're a bit unsure. We're not exactly sure that we're heading in the right direction or the best direction, or we have everything figured out, and that's okay. Knowing at this time that we're heading in the direction that we need to, and that we are connecting with our emotions, though not Drowning in those emotions is a very good thing. So just being aware of that is super important, and acknowledging the uncertainty that we feel and the overwhelmedness that we feel as well. All right. All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And know that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless and happy holidays. Bye.